So here we are guys, outside of the property now. Check it out, it's absolutely gorgeous. As you can see from the outside, I've now changed the windows. I've gone with this rosewood, which looks really nice. It's got a garage, which has been converted to a livable space. This was done previously. It wasn't an attached garage. As you can see, it was detached and it's now been attached by a porchway. But luckily, it was done over 10 years ago. You can see as we're going over the top, the roof is in really good condition. It's got a really nice garden. The garden is a nice, easy to maintain space with a shed that just makes it that little bit more attractive to the tenant. It's got a driveway at the front, which makes this, again, more of a rentable place. Come on, let's go inside and let me show you how I've turned what was a 3-bedroom house into this 4-bedroom amazing buy-to-let that's just made me 60 grand in 3 months. Let's have a look inside. Right, welcome into my porch then. This house is weird, make no doubt about it. When I saw this, I was like, this is a very strange layout. Whoever did this before was a DIY hero. I'm glad they were, because this house had a garage, like I said, that was already converted, and it was done 10 years ago. They did it under a retrospective, but this porchway was all open and there was no front door on, so I put a front door on now, and I've also studied off that porchway because it just looked so strange. Let me know what you think in the comments of this house previously. But welcome in, we've got a new front door now, which I felt was almost a necessity other than that weird dingy porch door. But come on in to the now living room. I say now living room, it was a living room before, but it didn't feel like a space that wanted to be lived in. It was dull, had a really weird red colour on the walls if I remember rightly. No, nice and simple. This is a buy-to-let, so I've not gone overkill. It's white throughout, with a nice black thick lay carpet. Put a few tiles on the half just there. It looks decent. Not gone for anything too fancy other than a pendant light in each room. Again, there's just no need to, not on a buy-to-let. So don't go too emotional when you're doing these properties. Holden's had a nice little discount, a cheeky little discount when I come to get these doors. They were 22 quid for these featured panel doors, which 22 quid a door nowadays cannot be frowned upon. Okay, so before this was a dining space, but look at it, it was tired. Flooring, not the greatest. Now look at this space. Again, really bright, lightened up the space. I put the black carpet throughout, even in the dining space. It doesn't really matter. It's there to be used, lived in. I took away this horrible glass panel that was dividing the kitchen from the dining room, opened it up, and now, looking what the kitchen was before, check it out now. This kitchen is really nice, bright. I have got one complaint, and that is that it's not quite big enough. This is a 4-bedroom house now. I converted it from a 3 to a 4-bedroom, and one family came and saw it this week. It's been advertised for a week. It is gone now, but they did say that the kitchen is just not big enough, which is a shame. But ultimately, I can only work with what we've got. And I think for a lot of people, this will be absolutely fine. I've tried to plaster the walls with units, but again, you can only work with the space, and it wasn't gonna be the case that I'd be knocking walls out, etc. with a buy-to-let renovation like this. So it works, and it looks clean and tidy. Leading into the garden, this is a bloody nice garden for a buy-to-let, let me tell you. Nice and easy to maintain, simple, and what you need. There's no grass. It's got a shed, which is another sales point when you're showing your buy-to-let to potential tenants. Outdoor storage, I like it, and I'm sure most other people do. Like I say, you can't really complain with a garden like that. Another thing I will mention on the way back in is this vinyl flooring. It's cheap as chips, but looks really good. It's not the LVT, it's literally just like the rubber matting stuff, but it looks really good. I'm surprised, and I might start using this in more places. If it's hard wearing enough and lasts the test of time, then that just might be one of my go-tos. Okay, so follow me through. As I said, this porch that attaches the property to the garage, very strange layout. It was done pre-2008, that's how far I can date back the Google Earth images. So there's no problem on planning side of things, but it's meant that I've got this space for 2 bedrooms. Now, if you have a look at what this was before, this was a disabled room, as I said, so they converted it to a disabled access bedroom. So this was actually a 3-bedroom house. Now I've turned this into 2 rooms, so this big space. We've got the first bedroom here, really, really nice room, quite big really. So whoever lived in here before had an absolute mansion of a bedroom. Now we've put a Jack and Jill ensuite, so whoever it is, if it's the kids that are in here, they are lucky because they've got an ensuite in the bedroom. Both rooms have got these locks on, so they've got privacy, but I've gone for shower areas being tiled on this. Not fully tiled because, again, there's no necessity to go ultra luxurious. You've got to try and take that emotion out of it. We've got a nice vanity unit and it just looks really, really nice and clean. Go into the next bedroom. This is the 2nd bedroom downstairs, a little bit bigger, so they'll probably be fighting over this one when they see it. But then again, this one is at the front of the house, so that's probably a disadvantage. God's sake. Let's go upstairs. Really annoying if you can actually see the skirting board down here, because this skirting board is a nice skirting board that I've put on, and a little bit more expensive, this square edge. And the water, so the main stop tap is just here, and it leaked the other day, so the carpet was absolutely soaking and it's damaged the skirting board, which is so annoying, but I just need to sort it out now. So let's head on upstairs. Walking into the bathroom. Before, as you can see, it wasn't a very good bathroom at all. I think on the video I'd already ripped it out, I'm not quite sure. But look at it now, this bathroom is awesome. I've gone again for the shower area being tiled. The tiles look really, really nice. They weren't the most expensive, in fact I got them for £10 a square metre, so really cheap, but they look really, really nice. I can't believe how good that actually looks. That is a bathroom I wouldn't mind having in my own house, to be honest. Leading into the master bedroom. Before, this bedroom was again not great, tired, old, dingy. It hadn't had the heating on, so a little bit damp. Now it's a really nice bedroom. Unfortunately, I've had to keep the boiler in here, but still with making the rest of the room feel more luxurious and higher end with just a top quality finish on the plastering, woodwork, etc. It doesn't look that bad in there. Plus, it's brand new and keeps the house really, really warm. We've put insulated thermalite boards on the externals, so this house warms up super, super fast. Okay, last but not least, this is the 4th bedroom in this 4-bedroom buy-to-let. It was a bit tired before, but look at it now. It just looks super nice, super clean, and it's finished this house tour off perfectly. So now let's get to the important bit. I know you've all been waiting to find out about the numbers. I've been doing property a long time. I've done some amazing deals, HMOs, etc. But seriously, I think this is the best deal I've ever done. So I purchased this house for 100 grand. My renovation cost me 50, so 150 all in, and I've just had the refinance valuation in, and it's come in at 210 grand. Unbelievable. I am so gassed with that, and that is what I asked for, but it's come back and they've met the request that I put out. But I actually think that it's worth a hell of a lot more than that. A house sold on this in 2022 for 220 grand, and that was a 2-bedroom house. This one's 4, and we're also 3 years on now, so I think this would go for somewhere in the range of 240 to 250, so I think that's a conservative look at it. So potentially there's 100 grand profit in this property, which is insane. Looking at the rent, this rents out for £1,250 per calendar month, which is mega. I'm super chuffed with it. That leaves me with a profit of around £600 per month on a buy-to-let, which I don't think you'd be able to get anywhere else. My return is insane. As they say, safe as houses. A buy-to-let, there isn't much risk. There's not going to be much headache from tenants, and I'm really, really happy. So I'm going to be trying to replicate this one. This one was a bit unique with the way it was laid out before. A bit of a gem, really. And securing it at this price was skill, but also a lot of luck. It took me a while to search and find it, but at the same time, I dropped on big time and was lucky that no one else snapped it up. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's inspired you to find a buy-to-let similar to this. It does pay dividends to do them up to a nice standard. Just don't go overkill. You don't need to do feature walls. It doesn't need to be hard flooring. and you don't need to do full tile bathrooms and your buy-to-lets. Just needs to be nice, clean, and you can still add enough value to get the majority, if not all of your money out on the refinance. Guys, I hope you've liked this video, so don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this. Cheers, see you on the next one.